Hi, y'all. How are you all? Shay, Laura, how you doing? Oh. Hopefully not too much chaos. Oh yeah, it's snowing. Woke up, ate breakfast, wanted to check in before showering.
Something dawned on me about the triptych. Meet me at the Overlook, just north of the Forbidden Forest, and I'll explain.
Now I'm gonna get a million letters.
My plan with the helmet failed, but I have another idea. I think we may be able to find what we need at a goblin mine south of Hogwarts. Meet me there, and bring someone who speaks gobbledygook.
I remember our meet mentioning something about gobbledygook.
Is that it? We only get 2 today? My goodness. Alright, I guess we're gonna go and do a meet first. And then we will go and do Sebastian. Gonna try and get some main quests done today. Don't know how long that'll take me, but we're gonna try and get some main story quests done.
Hello there. Hello, Armeet. Do I recall you saying that you speak gobbledygook?
I did. I mean, I do. Speak it. Is this to do with the goblin I saw you with in Hogsmeade?
It is.
The 100% world record for this game is about 10 hours long. I don't think you'll get that.
Something. He's waiting.
I'm already over 10 hours. What do you mean?
Would you be willing to help?
Of course. How exciting. I mean, well, might this be dangerous?
I think he simply wants to show me something that involves gobbledygook. If it helps, he's a friend of Sirona's.
Good to hear.
Next time, I'm
Good to hear.
sorry.
If Sirona trusts him, then I feel much better.
Lord Gok is waiting. Should we go?
Of course. I just want to check the pronunciation of a couple of key terms first. So I will meet you there.
Where does he want me to go? Holy shit. Oh yeah, just a little bit out of town. Not too much. Holy hell. What the fuck? I think the lady in here actually wanted me to make her a potion, and I can't remember what it was. A thunder brew?
What the fuck?
Maybe I'll grab a thunder brew potion and just keep it on me just in case.
Nice to see you again.
Like,
What do you have?
Assuming I can find a thunder brew potion. Which it does not look like I am going to. But can I sell stuff? I can.
this will do just fine. Thank you.
Begone, Nightcap.
Thank you for stopping in. I appreciate it.
She appreciates it. Yo. Why do I feel like this is gonna end in absolute tears?
I know a Merlin trial when I see one.
I think this is also the last Merlin trial I needed for extra bag space.
Confringo! Bombarda. Accio.
Blech.
Not so.
Alright, there we go. Done. Challenge complete. Merlin trials.
Glaciers.
And yeah, we're not. I'm not going out of my way to do 20 Merlin trials, so. That is just that. If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen.
I should investigate.
You're off to the shower? Okay, Laura. Have a good shower.
Revelio.
Okay. Oh, ball. Where is the hole for the ball? I don't recall ever seeing a hole for the ball.
Revelio.
Ball is there. That's waypoint. That's that. That's a balloon.
Revelio.
I don't know where the ball hole is. You would think it would be down. I'm gonna pop those balloons, but... I am equally confused as to... Hey, envious. Super busy on Honkai. See a lot of people doing Honkai at the moment.
Revelio.
Let's see, let's see, let's see. It's another Merlin trial here. Did one but 50-50 on Castorus and RLC though?
Revelio. Confringo.
Oh, bollocks. Oh, it's good when you get the 50-50. I equally hear enough people that don't get the 50-50, so...
Revelio.
I do just want to have a quick look around, because I mean, for all intents and purposes, this shouldn't be a difficult thing. That is the hole. That is a long way to walk this ball.
Accio. Wingardium Leviosa.
Next time, it won't be so lucky. I could have just dragged it down this hole and just let it go.
Wingardium Leviosa.
For the love of God. The 50-50 luck is not for everyone.
Confringo.
Stop that at once.
Stop what?
A friend who speaks gobbledygook is meeting us. Before he arrives, perhaps you could tell me why we're here?
Of course. Unfortunately, presenting Ranrock with the Helmet of Urtkot did not have the effect I'd hoped. Because he knew the details surrounding its plunder, he presumed I'd had help from a witch or wizard in retrieving it.
How else did he expect Goblinkind to get the helmet back? Seems he has no interest in making amends with you.
I'm afraid we do not have the luxury of rational expectation when it comes to Ranrock. Damn Bragbor and his blasted journals.
Bragbor?
An ancestor of Ranrock's, renowned metalworker. If we are to work together, I suppose I must tell you more. Not long ago, Ranrock sent me to collect a recently unearthed set of Bragbor's journals. They described repositories that Bragbor had been commissioned to build
That's
for a
right, you
group
call
of
Bobbin
witches
because
and wizards.
What do you mean,
Need a burn
repositories?
unit?
Large, magically fortified
I haven't actually looked at
receptacles
Bobbin.
crafted from
I haven't looked at
goblin
either
metal.
of them. I have done my
Ranrock
pulls
recruited
last nights,
others
but
to
I
help
haven't
me
actually
locate
looked
the
at the new operators
repositories.
yet.
We were to search anywhere that was connected to 5 names mentioned in the journals. Rackham, Fitzgerald, Bakar, Morganach, and Rookwood.
Rookwood Castle.
That is where we began our search.
Why does Ranrock care so much about these repositories?
He cares about what they contain. For centuries, wizards have refused to share their magical knowledge with goblins. Your kind will not even let us carry wands. Thus, many goblins, myself included, have spent our lives mistrusting wizard kind. Ranrock was convinced that the repositories contained a magical power that wizards wanted to keep for themselves. He is determined to take it for goblin kind. But
Here
he's...
comes my friend Amit. Probably best to continue our conversation later.
Greetings, Lord Gok. It is an honor, sir.
You speak gobbledygook.
Oh, Bacalio.
Enough. Please do not tell me that was meant to be gobbledygook.
Well, yes. Perhaps my pronunciation was a bit off. I imagine certain dialects differ.
Pronunciation is not the issue. I barely recognize that as language. I trust you can read gobbledygook better than you can speak it?
I can, Sir Lord Gok.
Just Lodgok. Thankfully, we only need someone who can decipher written plans, since I cannot join you in the mine.
What written plans? And why can't you come with us?
We need some idea of what Ranrock knows or is plotting. I suspect a careless loyalist may have left plans behind. And I'm unable to join you because I cannot risk anyone reporting my presence to Ranrock. All you need to do is not be seen. either by the eye above the enchanted door or a loitering loyalist.
Amit and I can do
Okay.
this.
I will await your return. I shall see you soon.
You want Moonstone? Because this is where you get Moonstone. Holy shit.
I'll be quiet.
The door is looking at us.
The door is no longer looking at us. I do plan to look at the new Arknights operators. I just haven't done it yet. I will probably do it over the weekend because I have a very busy
Prepare
week.
one for reality. A real goblin mine. It's even grander than I had expected.
Mate, you just walked in the door. Calm your tits.
I cannot believe I met a goblin.
Let's just learn what we can and get out.
Look at this lift. Impressive workmanship for so simple a device.
Impressive workmanship aside, it's the only way forward.
Everything is steam powered. I like it.
Revelio.
I still can't believe we're inside a real goblin mine.
Shut up! Funny how Hogwarts Legacy is getting a Switch 2 version. I've been reading a lot on the Switch.
I've read about mines like this, but seeing one is something else altogether.
Amit, this is going to be your last field trip if you keep this up.
Accio.
Yeah, I've been hearing a lot about the Switch too, and not a lot of it actually sounds positive.
Than these.
Throw him off a cliff? He may get thrown off a cliff.
Matter of time till Ranrock sets things right.
Petrificus totalis.
He is talking way too much. I would like to be sneaky about this, if I can.
Watch your step round here.
Totalis.
Only because he said that I should probably be careful and not be seen. So I don't really want to go in here guns blazing, or wands blazing as it were.
Watch your step round here.
Petrificus totalis.
That was a little more than I'm used
Skyrim
to.
stealth moment must have been the
Get us
wind.
through here safely, Amit. You have my word. Revelio.
Everyone loves the Skyrim stealth moment. What do you mean?
Being watched by a door. Confringo.
I wanted to play
feel like a
Skyrim
character
again.
from one of the adventure books
I,
I read during the summer holidays.
Every time this man talks, he throws me off. I started installing all the mods I'd want to use again,
Let's
and
take a
then
look around, Amit. See if we can find any plans.
sort of just
Bound to be plans
got
around
halfway
here
through it
somewhere.
and
A
gave up.
schematic. They're building something. I can't quite make it out. Curious. I will get to the bottom of what they've been building down here.
Will you?
Revelio.
Are you certain? Are you sure about that? There's a lot of chests and stuff that I feel like I have missed. And then there's another part of me that's just like, well, how would I have even got up there? Probably over here like this.
Revelio. Accio.
I don't know how to raise that.
Revelio.
There's nothing in here that looks like it raises it. However, there does appear to be a grate there. I would wager that the grate is probably the best way to get into there. However, that also raises the other question of, how do I get in there? Where is this grate?
Revelio.
I like Skyrim. I would definitely not go as far as to say I love Skyrim. I find it to be an enjoyable game once it's modded to shit, but...
Petrificus totalis.
Someone there?
Nope, no one's here. Dramatic music. Dramatic music.
Nothing.
Petrificus totalis.
That's the last loyalist. Fascinating to see gobbledygook written in a goblin hand. The flourishes are extraordinary. There must be more notes around here. What could they be building?
That's the last loyalist, then what's that fella? Monka.
If I'm translating this correctly, and I think that I am, they're building something rather large.
Thank you.
What? Let
Thank
me know
you.
If you see any more plans or schematics. We can't return to Lodgok
They're
empty-handed.
building something large. Oh, thank you. If these are blueprints, I probably could have ascertained that myself.
Could do with a nice mushroom stew.
This room is gonna be shit.
Petrificus totalis.
I feel as though I'm not alone.
Send our mate to the Shadow Realm.
Why am I always on patrol? It's a waste of my skill.
Revelio.
He's gonna be hard to get rid of.
Petrificus totalis.
Hello?
Seriously?
The wizards will have no choice but to submit.
Petrificus totalis.
Oh, this really is too much.
Stay close. I've handled much worse.
Another boiler. This place is more complex than I had expected.
What was he expecting?
Accio.
Oh well, whatever. There's lots of loot to be had in here, so... Amita's definitely gonna have to go to the Shadow Realm if he keeps this up, though. You are right. Amit is cruising for a very severe bruising. I'll feed him to a troll.
Revelio.
Surely he'll be fine if I feed him to a troll.
Revelio.
Do I need more moonstone? Not really.
Devil's snare. Nasty stuff if we're not careful.
Not an entanglement we need right now. Accio. Revelio. Lumos.
Lumos!
I don't know why I thought coming in here was a grand idea, but I'm in here now.
Lumos.
Lumos!
So much moonstone.
Revelio.
More goblins.
We're close to a breakthrough.
There's a lot of goblins in here. Don't think I have any talent points either. Nope. I thought the level cap in this was 40.
Petrificus totalis.
Horus Day.
This might be where the stealth run ends.
Petrificus totalis.
Who is it?
Oh.
There's a hole in my pocket.
There's a hole in my pocket, really? Oh, this could be bad. I'm doing good.
If only I could get my hands on Fig or that student.
That guy's gonna be a pain.
Focus totalis.
I'm up for a minute dying, are we? Revenge your death.
Nice of you to stop by.
Places.
Could have been better.
I don't have time for this.
Revelio.
Descendo! How many of them are there?
That should be the last of them I'll meet. Accio. Revelio.
Arr. Arr.
Right. Don't wish to be seen, do we?
No, we don't wish to be seen.
Confringo.
As if we haven't already been seen, but that's alright. We won't worry about that.
This is not good. They're building enormous drills, bigger than this mine could contain.
Let's get out of here and tell Lodcock what we found.
They're building an enormous drill. Thank you. I could have fucking figured that out without you reading gobbledygook. I did not need that pelican here at all. You can stay in here.
I need a moment to catch my breath. This was more than I bargained for.
I'm glad you came with me, Amit. Now that we know what they're up to, we can get out of here.
We can get out of here, but unfortunately I've left a lot of loot behind because I couldn't see a way to get to any of it. Not that I'm really terribly concerned, but...
Revelio.
Who?
We're almost out of here, Amit. Look, the lift.
A welcome sight indeed.
Alright. Now we're gonna get ambushed out the door, because that's clearly what happens. You know the rules. You think you've got a nice clear run, and then bam, right in the face.
Can we please talk about what...
That wasn't so bad, was it?
It was. It really was. I'm afraid I've had enough adventure for one day. For a lifetime, perhaps.
Thank you, Amit. I couldn't have done it without you. Now, if you don't mind, I'd like to have a word with Lodgok.
Understood? I'll leave you to it. Your goblin secrets are safe with me, but I get to write the book about this escapade someday.
God, that will be a
Without
very
further ado, adieu.
interesting book.
They're building enormous drills. We found their plans. Ranrock must be searching for the repositories.
I fear you are correct. Other than Rookwood Castle, however, I do not know where else he plans to search.
I've been wondering about something else you said before we entered the mine.
Yes?
If you share Ranrock's views, then why are you helping me?
I expected Rookwood Castle to be deserted when I arrived to begin my search. So was surprised to find a witch there who had set up a sort of improvised research site. She was studying something so intently that she almost didn't notice me. When she looked up, I thought she would react with fear or disdain. But instead she did something that I will never forget. Without a moment's hesitation, she smiled and asked me to sit with her. She told me that she was a researcher.
Night, mate. I hope you have a good sleep.
Oddly shaped container with a strange symbol on it. She was certain it was made of goblin metal, but was unable to open it. She wanted to work together.
Miriam.
Story getting heavy.
Yes. But how did you...
Professor Fig's wife. He told me of her research, and I know of the container.
Ah. The reverence with which she talked of goblins and their intelligence and skill, it caught me entirely off guard. I'd never been treated with such respect by a witch or wizard. So, to my surprise, I let her study the container if she would allow me to search the castle on my own. We parted ways, with her promising to share what she'd learned. More of Ranrock's recruits arrived, and we began to dig, eventually locating the first repository. Ranrock was thrilled with our discovery, but furious when I told him about Miriam. Berated me for trusting a witch.
Don't
And I
like
heard
their
she'd
pointy
been
little
killed.
sharp teeth.
You think Ranrock murdered her?
I don't want to believe it, but I don't know. After that, something shifted in me. I had seen how the power from the repositories was transforming Ranrock, transforming all of them. I could no longer remain a part of it.
Thank you, Lodgok, for telling me this.
I tell you all of this so that you understand what is at stake.
His little sharp teeth upset me. Pointy and
Ranrock
sharp.
never found all of Bragbor's journals. But the ones he did find suggest that Bragbor at some point built a repository far greater in size than the one beneath Rookwood Castle. What you've discovered here today worries me deeply. If Ranrock learns of the location of that repository, I fear we shall be destined for a great war.
Yeah.
I will find out what Ranrock knows. Watch for my owl.
Okay. Next. At all. Ah, yes. Crucio. I typically wouldn't go and do... I was thinking about just pounding main story quests, but... I don't know, man. Crucio. I need curses. There should also be... Yeah. Where is that?
Revelio.
Jesus, where is that? I want to know where that warp thing is. It's like the last one in the whole of the Hogwarts I don't have. It's got to be over there somewhere.
Revelio.
I'm not content. I'm uncontent. I must find it. Oh God. Only because it's the last one, and I can easily find it, so... I would like to get this done. Is that it there?
How nice to see you.
Maybe that's not it. Maybe there's another one. There is another one.
Accio.
Thank you for the hydrate. Also, I just got a page that didn't show up as anything. Does nobody consider that to be weird?
Revelio.
I consider it weird.
Confringo. Accio. Levioso. Revelio.
At this point in time, I have no idea what the fuck I'm collecting. I also never expected to find another one of these, if I'm being honest.
Yes. Revelio.
I don't even know where I am. Well, I kind of know where I am. God, those fucking names of the bots that they catch. Alright. We are looking good-ish. Fucking look at my little page go, man. Little page has just gone everywhere.
You're here. Brilliant.
Yes.
I received your owl. What happened with Ominous?
I told him none of us will be able to avoid dark magic forever. So the more we know about Salazar Slytherin and the dark arts, the better prepared we'll be. Unfortunately, only a Gaunt knows the location of the Scriptorium's entrance, and Ominous won't tell me.
Perhaps I should have a chat with Ominous.
You? I suppose it's worth a try. But don't get your hopes up. Ominous is annoyingly stubborn. Nothing new. I know where he is. I'll lead you to him and then leave you to it. Come on. He's this way.
Sure the door isn't, oh, I don't know, right there? In this very strange Slytherin room that is ominously symmetrical?
Keep an eye out. Never know who's watching. Although that hasn't stopped us before.
Strictly speaking, it has. We were caught.
Damned poltergeist. Such a nuisance.
Wheat Salentine.
Levioso. Lumos.
There he is. Good luck.
Revelio.
What are you doing here?
Or maybe this is it, with the innocuous markings on the wall.
Hello, Ominous. Do you have a moment?
What is it?
No, bonk.
What have you and Sebastian been up to now?
Please, Ominous. I confided in you before about what happened with the Undercroft. Sebastian simply wanted me to have a safe place to practice some spells, to try and catch up to the other fifth years. He didn't think you'd mind.
I suppose that makes sense. It's just Sebastian's been pestering me lately about something and I'm frustrated with him.
Don't tell me he's still going on about, what was it, a scriptorium?
He told you about that.
He did. We were talking about Hogwarts founders and he mentioned it.
Am I taking
Wouldn't
like
say
a
much
sly
more,
approach?
Yes, well, he seems to think it contains the answer to saving Anne. I think it's likely full of dark magic that is better left untouched.
Wait, you've never been inside?
Of course not. I only know about it because of my favorite aunt, Noctua. She thought like I do. Didn't agree with the family on the use of dark magic. In fact, she'd hoped to convince my family that there was more to Salazar Slytherin than worshipping pureblood status. She'd heard of this scriptorium and thought its contents might shed some light on him. She even found the secret entrance in this very corridor. She wrote regularly to my father about her efforts to gain access, and then she simply vanished. No one else ever tried to enter.
I'm sorry about your aunt.
Do that.
Don't
I think
you
that
want
might
to
be a
find
bit
out what
direct, but
happened
we'll
to
see
her?
what happens.
Aunt Noctua went down this path with good intentions and lost her life. I don't want the same to happen again.
You don't know that history will repeat itself. Besides, you said your aunt thought like you. This could honor her memory, get you answers about Slytherin and Sebastian answers for Anne. Your aunt pursued this alone. We could do it together.
I see what you've done here, and I confess, you've convinced me. I didn't think it possible.
What?
Very well. I shall tell
I
you
didn't do
what
much
happened.
convincing.
Fetch Sebastian, I'll wait. I hope we don't regret this.
Sebastian, over here. Bombarda.
These brains got access to the scriptorium.
Now you'll share? You wouldn't tell me when I practically begged.
It wasn't you who told me what I needed to hear. Opening the entrance has something to do with threes.
Well, 3 heads are better than 1.
It's 2 heads are better than 1.
And by that logic, 3 is better than 2. Something's happening.
I hope we're ready for this.
Dark, ominous corridors. My favorite.
No comment.
Come on, that was a good one. Like a locked door.
Reparo.
The rubble formed a relief of a person facing a snake.
That must be the voice I hear.
Must prove my point. We do not need to use the dark arts as family instructs. When I reach Scriptorium, I will find evidence that there's more to Salazar Slytherin than we realize. I've written to my brother. He knows how I access the corridor's entrance, and there's no straight path to reach the Scriptorium. It's a maze with many challenges to solve. Hope that my brother will follow my lead and we can study our ancestors' legacy together. Noctua Gorn.
The voice is ancient, sinister.
You hear a voice.
It started when you repaired that relief. I hear a whisper saying, "Speak to me." I'm a parcel.
You like the pumpkin head? Thank
I
you,
can
Annabelle.
hear and speak to snakes. Nearly all known parcel
It was,
are descended
I don't
from
know, I had
Salazar
silly
Slytherin.
hats the whole time. I
I'd
thought a
like to be able
pumpkin
to
head
talk
would
to
be
snakes.
You might not want
a good
the ability
alternative.
to speak past the tongue. It's often associated with dark wizards. I haven't spoken it in ages, but I'd wager if I speak it now, the door will open. I'm hoping you're having second thoughts.
No.
Believe me, I am having thoughts, but I'm still convinced we should go ahead.
It's ironic. When I left home, I vowed to leave the dark arts behind, and yet here I am. Stand back. I can't believe I'm doing this.
It worked! Ominous. You possess a rare ability indeed.
Between the two of you, I'm starting to feel left out.
Between the two of us.
Never mind. There's no clear way
Snack.
forward.
Like a maze. Salazar Slytherin most likely wanted this to be different. Confringo!
The door we came from, it closed. And there's more than one gate ahead.
Then look closely at each gate for clues.
Salazar Slytherin buried the scriptorium deep within Hogwarts. I'm afraid I shall lose my way around these dark corridors. I am a descendant, and yet I feel unwelcome. Lighting these braziers in the corridor is helping. I shan't lose heart. Challenge by challenge, I will make my way through.
This journal entry, the dial requires focus.
Aunt Noctua said the same. It may take practice to solve it.
It's gonna...
That didn't sound good.
Salazar Slytherin didn't make this easy.
It bit me. Snakes means bad. Snakes does mean bad.
Lumos.
Surely to God there has to be something in here that gives me some semblance of indication of what I'm supposed to be doing.
There's bound to be a map for the symbol.
Like that. Circle snack.
Another gate.
Seems Slytherin like to play games.
Must run in the family.
Look in a mirror,
Q&A.
Sebastian.
Matching the symbols did open it.
Was about to do that
Lumos.
myself. But you got to it first. Nice work.
Confringo! Lumos.
I felled the dial and it struck my face as if it were a real serpent, but I must find a way forward for my family's sake. We should not require children to conform to old traditions. The scriptorium must have proof that there's more to our legacy than meets the eye.
Ominous. Your aunt wanted to change your family's traditions.
She did. And she was my favorite person in the world for it.
Right, so now I need to figure out which door... I don't know what that symbol is. A Z and a... I don't know what the fuck that is, but I'll figure it out.
Another welcoming sort, was he?
It's that one.
Every dial seems to be
Damn
getting
it.
more difficult. But we've made it this far. Don't give up.
I forget what the bottom dial was supposed to be. That one. Alright, obviously that is not for
I
that door.
imagine the speeds vary and symbols differ for every dial.
I must have to... It must be this door. Or this snake. This is my first playthrough, yeah. My very first playthrough. Am I enjoying it? I am, yeah. I'm enjoying it
Another
quite a lot.
dial solved. Lumos.
Impressive. Nice work.
We've got more to solve ahead.
Search each corridor. It may not be obvious which leads where.
Fishy and triangle. I'll read that when I get back. The game is pretty cool. Yeah, I'm really enjoying it.
Excellent work. We're another step closer to the scriptorium.
All
I
right.
spotted something ahead.
Let me read
It's
the note.
troubling.
This whole place is troubling, but for my answer,
Revelio.
not stop now.
Extraordinary. This journey is painful but rewarding. I shall soon find the scriptorium and discover untold secrets regarding our house founder Salazar Slytherin. Intended more than what we've become, I know it.
Noctua references painful and arduous challenges, but also rewards.
Painful. That's the part I'm wary of.
All I heard was rewards. Keep going. The gate! I think we're locked in. Again.
Then Salazar Slytherin is not yet finished with us.
Revelio.
I don't even see anything in here. I've lost hope. I'm locked in. I heard a scream and saw the tortured faces. The only way forward is with an unforgivable curse. Even if I wanted to cast it, I have no one upon whom to do so. Salazar Slytherin created a malicious challenge indeed. In my last correspondence to my brother, I'd invite him here. Now if he looks for me alone, I'll have to lead him to his death. Despite our efforts, I wish him no ill. I wish we had parted on better terms.
Ominous. A skeleton. And Noctua's last journal entry. She mentions being trapped here, blocked by an unforgivable curse.
This is where she died. This is where we'll die. I shouldn't have listened to either of you.
Ominous, I'm truly sorry about your aunt. But I know what to do. It's going to be difficult.
You said you know what to do.
Tortured faces on the door, and Crucios etched into the stone. My guess is if we cast the Cruciatus curse, the door will open. That's why Noctua died. She had no one to cast the curse on. Ominous has the most experience with this. He should cast it. You seem to be in Ominous's favor. Will you ask him about this?
He does seem a bit cross with you.
I'm about to get Crucio to
Work
just...
your magic, so to speak. Wish we had some liquid luck.
All of this could have been avoided.
Ominous. I hadn't imagined we'd end up trapped like this.
Salazar Slytherin did. He's to blame for many unimaginable things. I overheard you and Sebastian, and I won't do it. The Cruciatus curse is pure torture. I would know.
Sebastian told me a little of what happened when you were young. Sounds as if you had no choice.
Should have known he would have told you. And one always has a choice. I'm as guilty as the worst of my family. Unforgivable curses won't work unless you really mean them. I had to want to cause pain, and for that I shall never forgive myself.
Oh dear.
That spells the reason I have no family left. You and Sebastian will need to sort out another solution. If you cast Crucio, you will regret it forever.
What do we do now? Ominous is not going to cast the Cruciatus curse again.
Ridiculous. As if dying in here is a better option than casting a damned spell. It's up to us. I can teach you Crucio, or I can cast it on you.
Wait, you didn't say you knew how to cast Crucio?
Because I'm not sure I do. Ominous knows that, yet he's left us no choice. I don't yearn to follow in Noctua Gaunt's footsteps. I think I can cast it if I have to.
I want to learn the curse, but I won't cast it on you. You need to cast it on me.
I shan't forget this.
3 options. I love it. Thank you, game. You have not given me the bum steer of forcing me to do something I don't particularly want to. I was getting a bit worried with my options.
Ready?
I'm ready.
I'm not ready.
Crucio! Are you alright?
Are you all right?
That pain, it was excruciating. But I'll survive. Let's keep moving.
I've got healing potions, don't mind me, lads.
We found Salazar Slytherin's scriptorium.
I can't
Revelio.
believe we're here.
Sebastian, ominous. There's a book just here.
You found something.
You two go ahead. Let me know what's in it. I'll wander around with it.
May I have a look?
Ah, yes, let's drink the old fucking random juice.
What do you think?
Looks like a spell book of some kind. This is incredible. A Hogwarts founder's possession. What an honor. Still can't believe Ominous never told me about his aunt and what she found.
What will you do with Slytherin's spellbook?
What I do with every book. Read it. Having professors as parents ingrained that habit early on.
That's fair.
But I can do that later. For now, I say we explore this room. It's breathtaking.
I've been getting an uneasy feeling about this place. We couldn't linger here. Let's find a way out, please.
I don't want to leave.
Schlop.
Both of you.
I have
Both of
accidentally
you,
done it, but
never
Revelio.
made it this far.
We were lucky.
that was
Could have
intentional.
died. We must swear never to do this again.
I fear that we shall never come to an accord. I cannot persuade even one of them to listen to reason. I had hoped that Godric's thoughts were aligned with my own and that he understood why the caliber of student needed to be exceptional, but he has fallen prey to the ridiculous notion that
way out.
Muggle-borns are somehow
Best
as
news I've
capable
heard
as
all day.
purebloods. He was furious when I expressed my displeasure at his thoughts on the matter, thoughts that he had not yet put voice to. I tire of the discord and can no longer bear witness to the corridors full of inept children masquerading as witches and wizards. It is with heavy heart that I now know I must go from here. I shall place the creature deep into a deep sleep in its chamber until it can be awakened by the one who shares my views. A descendant willing to reverse the damage that others have so carelessly wrought. One who shall rid the school of the unworthy of Hogwarts that would serve only to stain my legacy.
Revelio.
That is it. Oh, I'll just leave the other 2 in here then. Yep, guess we leave them in there.
Ominous. About your aunt.
Please, Sebastian. I meant what I said before. We swear, right now, never to engage in anything to do with dark magic again.
Understood. I'm truly sorry about your aunt, Ominous.
I've
I suppose after all this, I am grateful to know what happened to her.
just got walked through.
Thank you.
Cease!
Revelio.
There is supposed to be a butterfly in here somewhere. I don't actually know where it is. I have never really been able to work it out. That might be it there. No, that's a lock. So is that. So is that. Why are there locks everywhere?
Aloha Mora.
Revelio.
I want to play mini games. Oh, I don't want to repair either.
Aloha Mora.
This place looks fancy.
Revelio.
What is this place?
I had said I would.
You should. You should ask her.
Shan't hold my breath for that.
No, I'm going to ask her this time.
You said that 40 years ago.
Did you see that? She looked at me.
My dear mother.
Right. Fancy little place, isn't it?
Oh, for heaven's sake, get on with it.
Revelio.
Would thou takest my hand in thine? I did it. I asked her.
Forgetting anything?
No, goodness. Milady, might I borrow my body, perchance? Milady?
Care to dance?
Thought you'd never ask.
What a handsome couple we make.
F's in chat for that poor bloke.
Revelio.
Anyway, moving right along.
I regret nothing. I lived as few men dare to dream.
Thank you for the 50 bits. I'm sure that man has quite a lot of regrets though at the moment, if I'm being honest. I can't really for the life of me work out where that one is. It's down here somewhere, obviously. I just fucking for the life of me cannot figure it out. Journal. Yeah, I forgot about that thing. I suppose I'll go and do that. Thestral is in the swamp? Oh, actually I've got stuff to... I'll buy it. Is it not in here? No.
Revelio.
Oh, there it is.
I should let Deke know about the newborn Thestral.
All right. Another little cheeky side quest done.
Hello, Deke. You'll be pleased to know that a little Thestral was born.
How wonderful to have more Thestrals in our world. Such misunderstood beasts.
I'm sorry that we can both see Thestrals, Deke.
Deke is privileged to see such majestic beasts, but sometimes wishes Deke couldn't. Deke is to blame.
What do you mean, to blame?
Years ago, Deek's master ordered Deek to help him capture a phoenix, the rarest of all beasts that Master had spotted high on a cliff. The phoenix was the most beautiful beast Deek had ever seen. Deek begged Master to leave her be. When Deek hesitated to climb up the cliff as ordered, Deek had to punish himself. As Deek punished himself, Master grew angrier and angrier, and in his frustration cast at the regal bird. Deek suspects the phoenix was protecting eggs when it swooped
Where's his
down.
clothes?
In
He's
fear
wearing
and
a potato
fury.
sack? That's
Before
all they
Deek
wear.
could reach him, Master fell from the cliff. Deek stayed on that cliffside for days, punishing himself, before Tibs found him.
It sounds to me as if your master got what he deserved.
Deek never wanted anyone to get hurt. Not the phoenix, not Tibs, and not even Master. Deek often wonders what became of that phoenix. Deek feels fortunate to be at Hogwarts now, helping you rescue beasts. Perhaps Deek can make amends for what came before.
Maybe. All right. Now. I don't think I've ever seen a house elf wear anything decent. House elves just kind of exist, man. Wizards ain't normal, I'm thinking. Exactly. This game is also like late 1800s or something, I think, so... Let's be real here, a potato sack's probably a good innings.
I've been studying Salazar Slytherin's spellbook. Meet me in the Undercroft. I found something.
Oh, I just got away from everywhere.
So frustrating.
As I'm sitting on the floor.
You wanted to speak with me, Mother?
I had hoped to speak with you alone, Natsai.
Your message mentioned your concern about an unusual creature that was spotted in the woods near Hogsmeade. That could have been anything.
You know what it was, Natsai.
I am allowed to leave the castle. I am always careful, Mother.
Careful. Officer Singer disagrees.
Working?
She sent me an owl telling me that you have been trying to collect evidence of some kind against dark wizards. She berated me for not keeping a closer eye on you, and she is right. I do not want you visiting Hogsmeade for the near future.
But Mother!
My little gazelle, you are well-intentioned, but you must not meddle in the affairs of dangerous people.
If someone had meddled in Matabeleland, Father would still be with us.
Oh!
I must get to class. Perhaps your friend can get you to listen to reason.
So frustrating. She never listens to me.
She called you her little gazelle. Is that a term of endearment where you're from?
It is specific to me. I am the unusual creature in Hogsmeade she mentioned. Self-transfiguration is not taught at Hogwarts, so I am gently discouraged from practicing it. However, I am an animagus, and it is in my gazelle form that I have been able to wander the Highlands rather freely until now, much to my mother's chagrin. That is how I managed to spy on Rookwood and Harlow.
Now the nickname makes sense. What an extraordinary ability to have.
It is. I love transforming, but Mother is less enthusiastic about it. She says that no creature especially one as rare as a gazelle, should be bounding about where poaching
That
has
is
become
that is
so
very
prevalent.
true. The mother makes a good point
She
now that I know the
claims that She has
details.
foreseen tragedy befall me in my gazelle form. But she has used her sight to control me too many times. I no longer believe it.
She's concerned for your safety. It may be best for you to stay away from Hogsmeade for now.
That may be safe, but I do not believe that it would be best. Do you? You could have
Hogsmeade?
fled the
No.
moment you discovered that Rookwood, Harlow, and Randrock were after you, but you did not. I choose to act as you have. I must deal with Rookwood and Harlow, not hide from them. My mother cannot know where I am all the time. Thank you for being here during that rather awkward conversation.
I mean, yeah, she is asking the wrong friend to keep her daughter out of trouble. That's definitely not me. I am not that friend. Can I just walk? Fast travel, sorry. Ciao. All right. What? Stretch. Everything hurts. I mean, that is what I was thinking, Sam, honestly.
You'll never believe what I've...
What did you discover in the spellbook we found in the scriptorium?
Salazar Slytherin's spellbook was a little difficult to interpret, but fascinating. Evidently, he encouraged teaching dark magic at Hogwarts.
今日も元気
Neither
そう
the
だね。
Imperious
Thank you for
Curse
the
or
follow,
the Killing
Annabelle.
Curse was unforgivable during his time. He believed students should be prepared to use dark magic when necessary, not to fear it. That's why we had to use Crucio to gain access to the scriptorium. He didn't want his knowledge shared with anyone who was afraid of the power of dark magic.
Nobody thought a lion would be cooler, just a thought.
It was hard to do, but casting Crucio was our only option.
And I'm glad we did it. Because in the spellbook,
Need to
I
head to
also
bed.
found
Glad
something
you got to
else.
see stream. Thank you for
References
dropping
to
in
a
and thank
lost
you for the
relic,
follow. I
which,
appreciate it.
From what I can
See
tell,
more of you in the
grants the holder
future.
the power to reverse
Hope you have a
dark
good sleep,
magic
though.
curses.
And you think this relic might be able to save Anne?
Precisely. I plan to search for this relic, but I don't think we should tell anyone. Especially Ominous. He wouldn't understand.
Ominous would definitely.
I see no reason to involve Ominous.
I'm glad you agree. When I know more, I shall send an owl.
Everybody just wants to talk to me at the moment. I
And
do
don't
need to
feel
go.
sorry for Ominous. Keeping this to ourselves for now is for his own good.
I do need to go to the loo
I'll
real
decide
quick though.
what's for my own good.
Ominous.
Oh.
We were just about to get some air. Care to join?
You're a liar, Sebastian. I heard everything. You swore you'd never engage in anything to do with dark magic again.
No, I didn't. I said I understood you wanting that. I'd never swear to give up on finding a cure for Anne.
You don't know when to stop, do you?
I know when not to stop. Leave this alone, Ominous. I'll be on my way.
Let me guess, you're gonna get me to talk him out of it now?
I am not letting this go.
Ominous, Sebastian meant well.
I know what I heard. You knew I wouldn't agree with this. Going after that relic is not a good idea. Sebastian doesn't even realize it, but he's as irresponsible and reckless now as his parents were years ago. It's why they died.
I knew his parents died, but I never heard what happened.
Mr. and Mrs. Sallow were professors. Spent nearly every waking moment in the cellar library.
I was
Noses
going to go to
buried
the
in
loo.
books. Anne and Sebastian were upstairs when it happened. They heard a sudden crash and ran downstairs, but it was too late. Their parents had crumpled to the floor. A defect with the lamp in the cellar caused the room to fill with an undetectable toxin. Sebastian and Anne were helpless. They had no magic yet.
What a horrible story.
It is. That's why I can't understand Sebastian's recklessness. I've practically lost Anne. I cannot lose Sebastian.
Yeah, no,
too.
that story doesn't float with me.
Please avoid anything to do with that spellbook.
Those references in the book seem promising.
Everything to do with Salazar Slytherin seems promising until it's too late. I hope Sebastian pursues this no further. But if you think he might, please
I'm not favouring him.
let
Fuck
me
that. I don't like his story. His story doesn't
It would mean a lot.
have enough urgency to it. Like, it's a legitimate bad accident that his parents died, not because of hubris. So, yeah, nah. Don't think so. Alright, I am gonna go to the loo real quick and I will be back. Okay, I am back. Let's continue. Not. Journal. A dragon debrief. Okay, where the hell is that taking me? Hogsmeade. So many people wish to talk to me.
Always said that travel broadens the mind.
I do still have a dragon egg. That is actually true.
I'm sure you had your reasons, but break in as Wilfred Lawley's...
Over here.
This is a change of pace from our last outing.
Don't remind me. The thought of that tent still makes my blood boil. I've been thinking about those poor dragons in the fighting ring. The collars they were wearing, they appeared to be goblin silver. I think a collar is precisely what we found at that poacher camp. I've never known poachers to use anything like that before.
The dragon that attacked my carriage was wearing a collar.
Dragon
And
fights?
Professor Fig was
no dragon
genuinely
fights.
baffled by its behavior.
That attack always did strike me as a little strange, seemingly coming out of nowhere. Surely you aren't suggesting that the collars somehow control the poor creatures?
Exactly.
Merlin, I don't think the dragon we set free was wearing a collar, but we should check. And if we can find her, we can return her egg.
That's a good idea.
I don't know about
I need to see this through.
I'll start looking into it
I
right
don't know
away.
about that.
There was something else that I wanted to discuss with you. I didn't want to press it before. It seems I may have caused you more trouble with Victor Rookwood. Why is he after you?
Rookwood is working with Ranrock, and Ranrock is after something I found at Gringotts. Fig had a portkey that led us there after the dragon attack. It's a bit of a long story, and Fig
Guy likes to
had
talk.
asked that I not speak of it yet.
Goodness. Well, that certainly helps to shed light on what we saw at the tent. Don't worry, I'll guard your secret as if it were my own. I shan't press for more details. In fact, I should probably be going. I'd like to track that dragon down as soon as I can.
I'm sure Hogwarts would love to know
I'll
that
let you know when I have news of her location.
third, fourth year, second year is just running around searching for dragons
Talk about
of all
you taking
things.
down that troll in the village circle. You certainly made an impression.
Sure, everybody will be real jazzed with that. She's feeding the wild dragon on us, Professor. Just followed her home. Oh yeah. What am I fucking watching? It's better the dragons are fighting each other before the professor makes the kids do it. I mean, I guess. Oh, random cat. Hello.
This place has seen better days.
Certainly has. Oh god, someone just sent me a very negative, like, not negative, but very bad message. Oh dear. Witches and witches like good Romans use pewter cauldrons to make potions, thus adding a healthy dose of lead from each potion. Jesus Christ. Everybody seems to be having a bad time at the moment, goodness. It's like the third bad message I've got today.
Anne is getting worse. If there is any chance that the relic from Slytherin's spellbook can help
I
her,
don't. Why is
must
this guy
find
sending
it.
me a letter? I'm right here.
Requesting your help.
I came as soon as I could.
I'd been so distracted by the scriptorium and Slytherin's book that I'd almost forgotten what it was that had struck me about that triptych. This is the view painted on the canvas that was left on it.
That's incredible. You know this area well.
And while I was waiting for you, I scouted around and discovered an abandoned mine nearby, surrounded by Ranrock's loyalists.
Do you think there's a connection to the triptych?
I've no idea, but perhaps they're searching it, the way they did Rookwood Castle and Isidora's Manor. How do we want to handle this?
Fuck it, let's just
We
go.
need to see what they're doing. I say we take them head on.
I'm
Let's
not gonna
bury
fuck
some
around.
enemies.
Let's just
Very
fucking
well.
go.
And I still have that rune symbol we found on the triptych. If there is a connection,
Another
I
settlement
suspect we'll
needs
see
my
that
help.
symbol again.
No, please.
I have some promising news about the location of our Hebridean dragon friend and where to return her.
No, Poppy, fuck off. I know that's the last thing, literally the last thing I want to hear. Is I know where the dragon is. That's not, I never want to hear that sentence.
There they are up ahead.
I'll let you lead.
Ranrock's vision of goblins ruling over wizards will be fulfilled.
No one enters this mine. Kill anyone who tries.
Ranrock's loyalists.
That was meant for me. Rather unwise coming back. You can't.
Who do you think you are?
Force lightning, yes.
You won't get away with that.
Your spells
That was unimpressive. But this is sad. Really, it is.
Bombarda.
Kaboom. That was Darkside. I'm gonna say that the Crucio curse doesn't actually do a lot of damage. I know I haven't improved it at all, but it's very interesting to note that it does not actually do a whole lot of damage.
Bombarda. Levioso. A miss.
I shall avenge your death.
It does break shields. That is a benefit. Damn it.
Revelio.
I don't think I'm gonna like Crucio in the long term, honestly. I feel like it's not something I'm going to enjoy. And
this is going well.
It is going
We
well.
make a good team.
You know what?
Do at that.
We do make a good team. You're like the only person I fucking come out with that doesn't whinge and complain and moan and carry on like a
Once
fucking...
again, we could fight our way through, or be discreet.
You know which one I'd choose?
No, I don't
Perhaps
actually.
we can find an alternate route up ahead.
Sneaking around has its appeal. Silent as a grave.
I am going to try and just get rid of some of them. The spell that turns their bones to jello? That would be cool. I don't think so, though.
What's that? Who's there?
Oh, that guy's having a fucking aneurysm.
Quiet. Not quiet enough.
Levio Protego.
Move them out.
Accio. Bombarda. And the fun is over.
The fun is
a
over.
relative
Sad
term.
face.
It is. And that
What if
was
Imperial
relatively
targets can be
fun.
petrified killed? Not sure.
Revelio. Revelio.
I don't know what those are. It's not the first one of those I've seen, but I don't know what they are.
I should tell you. Rumor is this mine was closed
Dirty
long
big
ago
star
due to
on
an
it.
infestation of spiders.
How nice. Nothing I haven't seen before.
That's the spirit.
Spooters. Everybody loves spooters. Means I'm probably gonna have to go back to using a fire spell. There's no Quidditch in the game, I don't think, so it's probably something to do with astrology. That is not what I wanted. If we have spooters, I need fire. Confrincio.
For better or for worse, we're in.
Someone's here.
Levioso. Accio. Confringo. This mine looks like a tomb.
It was closed after accidents were
Mine
reported.
does look like a tomb, holy hell.
Now I see why.
Revelio. Bombarda. Confringo.
I'm sorry, that's cool. Was not expecting that. That is cool. And I probably could fix whatever little bridge thing is over there, so... I wasn't expecting wood to burn like that. I was only expecting, like, generic fire effects.
I don't see any goblins in these webs.
Too disgusting for even a spider.
Bombarda.
Kaboom! Well, down we go.
You will regret coming here.
What an unfortunate end for you!
Stop it!
Confringo. Bombarda. Stupefy.
Rather unwise coming back in your way, but there you are. Let's get this over with.
Confringo.
How many Ranrock's loyalists are in here?
Yes.
Too many. They definitely think there's something here they want. Bombarda. Confringo.
The answer is yes.
Bombarda.
I can't kill spiders like
That
that.
ledge is awfully high. Any ideas?
Yes, I have an idea. Let's go.
Wingardium Leviosa.
This and I don't think I can rotate things vertically, can I? I can move it. Well, I thought I could move it back and forward. Oh, well, fuck it. Sure, I can get up there.
It's no wonder spiders give people goosebumps.
Could be the hairy legs. Smash it. Should have thought to conjure stairs.
I can conjure stairs?
Reparo.
I don't have a lot of conjuration spells. I don't have conjure stairs.
Bombarda. Confringo.
Like how we just talk about Quidditch and I get some Quidditch goggles. Spooters!
Confringo. Levioso. Accio. Bombarda. Findo. Accio. Levioso.
Pew, 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 pew. There are a lot of dead gobbies in here. Where's that? Oh, was that the bridge I fixed? I think that was the bridge I fixed. What have we got here? Do their shoes fit the game? Just give you shiny new ones after all? No, because they've only got little leggies. Like, they've got normal sized everything else, but they've got weird little feet and legs, so I don't think they probably would.
Professor Hecat would be proud.
Extreme danger or safety? I think we both know where we're all gonna go here. Nope.
Lumos.
Confringo.
Extreme danger, they say. Looks like extreme loot to me.
Lumos.
Oh, hi. What happened to it? It just went boom.
We've still not seen a single rune symbol.
I think we're going to be a bit distracted from runes for a moment.
An unwelcome distraction at that.
What did I miss? Nothing, because I couldn't go that way.
We have another fight on our hands.
Why am I not surprised?
We must remain. One less human to worry about.
So much for remaining unseen.
Why drag this out? I'm gonna get it. Truly.
Accio. Bombarda.
Stupid one. You're making this.
Bombarda.
That was not where I wanted that bombarder to go, just for the record.
Rather unwise, come
Potato.
get accustomed to that. I will make you pay.
Stupefy.
So we're not finished yet. Accio.
Well, that's a big spooter. So is that.
Confringo. Confringo. Accio. Levioso. Confringo. Bombarda. Confringo. Bombarda. Stupefy. Confringo.
I just answered my own question of absolute concern, which was if I explode something in my face, do I explode?
You certainly have a lot to learn.
The answer is no. No, I do not.
Bombarda. Confringo.
Thankfully.
Accio. Levioso.
Now,
Wingardium Leviosa.
you can have a look around in peace.
Transform them into exploding? Yeah, I probably could. Not like that, I can't. Talents. I'm kind of curious about the dark arts, though, now that I'm actually starting to get stuff. Striking an enemy cursed by Crucio releases a projectile that... See, that... Look at that. That is a fucking good thing. And that makes me want to use the Crucio curse. I'm gonna need to think on that.
Revelio. Reparo.
No repair.
Bombarda. Bombarda. Confringo. Revelio. Bombarda. Confringo.
Symbol above the cavern door.
Ranrock's loyalists never knew to look for it.
Yeah, I can respec, but I don't know. I don't want to respec for one thing. I'll keep mulling it over as to whether or not I want to go that route or not. The world floated back to me as an infinite watery haze. How long had I been unconscious? I only remember his eyes empty, empty of sorrow, yes, but also I recall the feeling, a sense of euphoria as I watched the pain vanish. But then everything started to turn. When I fell, I must have hit my head. I neither feel nor see a mark, but the pain is throbbing. I can only hope it is not Black Death.
What do you have there?
A journal entry by Isadora.
Hopefully it will help us unravel more of this mystery.
Sebastian, I think I found something. A canvas piece.
Brilliant. Our efforts weren't in vain after all. Still, something about this place feels odd.
Revelio.
Oh, I just knocked the broom over.
If the triptych led us here to find this bit of canvas, we can probably assume that Isadora Morganarch was here.
She seems to have been everywhere.
But if she was using the Undercroft, and the cellar beneath her manor in Feldcroft, why would she create this space?
And why hide it behind cryptic rune symbols? And ancient magic that no one but you could see?
Isadora and Percival Rackham, another of the Keepers, could see traces of ancient magic too.
Rackham? I haven't heard his name before.
Here's are some of the memories I've seen. I don't think he and Isadora saw eye to eye on how this magic should be used.
This is all rather baffling. Let's take the canvas back to the triptych. Perhaps the answers are there. This place is odd, to be sure, but I'm fascinated by it. Now, for the trek back out of here...
No trek back out of here. We go straight back into the Undercroft.
And now for the moment of truth.
It has to fit. Please tell me you recognize the location in this bit of canvas.
The good news is I do, in fact.
And the bad news?
We're in for more trouble. I know that coast. Ranrock has taken over a huge mine in the surrounding area. Marenweem has suffered for it. It's as bad as Feldcroft's become. Should we head there now?
We should wait.
Why?
All this time, we've been a step behind Ranrock. I may know someone who could help us get ahead.
Who is that?
Someone who knows Ranrock personally. They asked me not to mention their name to anyone.
Did you win it yet?
A goblin?
Not yet.
Tell me I'm wrong. You know goblins cursed my sister to shut her up. Said she should be seen and not heard.
I do, but not all goblins are...
Not all goblins what? Have you forgotten Feldcroft? Have you forgotten the mine we just went through?
No, Sebastian, I haven't. You're not listening to me.
Why would I listen to someone so ignorant?
Perhaps your uncle was right about you. You don't know when to stop.
Oh, I do know when to stop. Unbelievable.
How rude. Can I not leave? Oh, he's following me. Wait.
I hope Professor Fitz...
I believe my next broom upgrade to be even more impressive than the last. Come by Spintwitches as soon as you can.
I'm stuck. I unfortunately do have to actually take off early today, though. I have a friend who has just sent me a rather distressing message, to say the least. Not distressing so much for me, but distressing for them. So I am going to have to call it a day on that one, unfortunately. So I apologize for the shorter stream today, but yeah, unforeseen things tend to happen. Guys, gals, I appreciate your eyeballs. I'm not going to raid out today. I'm just going to close up stream because I kind of just have to take off. But yeah, I apologize. I will be back streaming tomorrow, I suspect. I will probably stream, what was it doing? Chain Together with Kono tomorrow. So yeah. That will be earlier in the day, though. It'll be significantly earlier. I think it'll be about 11 o'clock my time. I think it is. So yeah, keep an eye out for that. Maybe 11 o'clock, maybe midday. I'm not sure. It'll be around that time, though. So yeah, keep an eye out. Anyway, guys, gals, I appreciate your eyeballs. Look after yourselves. Have a drink, stretch, hydrate, get something food. Yeah, get some food. And I hope to see you guys next time. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.